Hi folks, Dad here. Welcome back. It's been a long time. I don't know if you remember where we left off. We had disassembled the whole cooling system, including the harmonic balancer, fan clutch, radiator, the whole bit. We'd replaced all that, and then we finally got the engine fired up, but we had a leak at the water pump. Oh, I think our water pump might be leaking a little bit there. God dang it. And I later figured out that I had neglected to torque down the bolts on the water pump after letting the RTV silicone gasket stuff set. And so that's my fault. I thought, well, I'll just go around and tighten those up right now. And so I started doing that, and then another damn bolt broke off. So now, what could have been just a simple fix here means I'm gonna have to take all this crap back apart in order to get to where those water pump bolts are, see if I can get that old one out and replace it. Just to add insult to injury, that couple of minutes that we ran the car the last time managed to get water into the oil too, so I'm gonna have to drain all that out and start all over and buy new oil on top of everything else, and that's bad news generally. But I tried to convince myself that it was, had something to do with how I had made a mistake installing the water pump. And somehow water had just leaked in such a way that it managed to get down into the oil pan. I was telling myself that because to believe otherwise would be really dreadful news. So we didn't do anything with it for months and months. We haven't had the money to do it. Fast forward to this week. Nash's birthday is next week. He's going to be 13 years old. I thought I would try to, fix what's happened so far and get to a point where we could move forward. And, that would be a big surprise for his birthday. So the last few days I reinstalled the water pump correctly. I ran a motor flush just like an hour ago to clean the crud out of the engine. The engine started. It took a little bit to warm up. It was a little grumpy at first, a little cold-blooded, but it ran. And anyway, no spoilers. Here is what happened today. And I guess it speaks for itself. So thanks for tuning in. Check it out. Hey everybody, Dad here. It's been a long time since we did an update on the car. As you might remember, the last time we posted the videos, last New Year's, we got all the cooling system buttoned back up and fired up for the first time, and then we had some leaks. We gave up on it for a while. It was cold and miserable. I came back a number of weeks later to kind of follow up on it and discovered that somehow we had gotten water into the oil pan, and fortunately it only ran for a few minutes like that. So anyway, we haven't done anything in months. Nash's 13th birthday is coming up in a week, and I'd really like to have some sort of progress to show him. So the last few days I've just been sneaking out here, he doesn't know, and trying to solve the problems that I inadvertently caused and figure out some other things. And so the last couple days I have remounted the water pump. Another issue was we had broken water pump stud too, which I drilled that out and I had to tap it out, and it's just an enormous pain in the butt. On the whole, working on this car has not been terribly tough, and getting most of the parts has been reasonably easy, but old parts that have been assembled for decades and decades are subject to corrosion and seizing, and this car has given me fits left and right dealing with things attached to the engine and the engine block and its accessories here. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. Anyhow, I drained the chocolate milk out of yesterday. I'm going to run some engine flush and some fresh oil through it and try to get that cleaned out. I remounted the water pump, new RTV, torqued like it's supposed to be, hopefully, and reinstalled everything. So we're going to see if I can get it fired up, and if we can get it to keep from leaking, and see if we can get it to run and not get any more water in the oil. So stay tuned, because we're gonna find out. Anyway, this is Dad signing off on a secret mission. Let's do it. Warmed up a little. I don't see any leaks here at the water pump this time, at least. That's good. I'm gonna let it run just a couple more minutes with this motor flush stuff in there, and we'll see what happens. That's been running for, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes now, probably. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down, let the oil out of here, and we'll see what we got. Go ahead and just leave that fan running on the radiator there. Yeah, feel that. All right, I guess we'll get down underneath there and get this hot oil out of there. I'm sure it's gonna be super cruddy. Well, I was getting really excited, and now I see a trickle of water coming from somewhere. I don't like that. Guess let's go see where it's coming from. Well, it's dripping from, is this the transmission there? It's water. Where's it coming from? That's just where it's leaking from, or where it's dripping from. It's not where it's actually coming from. You can see it right there. Okay, well, take this crud out of here, see what we get. Ugh. Oh, man. Well, that ain't good. Well, pretty distressing news. There's just straight up water in this oil filter. I think we got a cracked block, man. So that's a real drag. It looks like we have a cracked block. Last winter, right before when we first put this together again, like all the cooling system and stuff, I filled it with just straight water because we weren't going to run it. I just wanted to get it together. I didn't want to waste a bunch of antifreeze we were just going to dump right back out. And all I can think of is that one of those, on the few nights that it had water in it before we started it and it was leaking, it must have frozen hard and cracked the freaking block. But it's got a lot of water in it from just that few minutes of running in the oil. I don't know what we'll do now. This project meant a lot to me and the boys. I guess that's it for now. We'll do a follow-up later and see where we're at. I don't really know how we can go forward from here. We need a whole new engine. And I mean, this engine has been so solid other than the cooling issues we had, and now this. It's heartbreaking. Anyhow, if Moses was here right now, he'd say, do, Aux Studios. So, till next time.